Hey everybody, you saw that title. Now let's get right into making this soy and ginger chicken. So here we have a few boneless, skinless chicken thighs and I believe 2 drumsticks. And what we're going to do is add some seasoning. I have black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika only. You may notice I did not say salt. So we are not going to be adding salt because again, we are making soy sauce chicken, and as you know, soy sauce has a lot of sodium or salt in it already, so no need to add any extra or excess or additional salt. Alright, so let's just mix these up to get some seasoning on them. And what we're going to do is pan sear them. So we're not putting any breading. We're just going to put them in the hot oil and pan sear before we add our soy sauce to them. Alright, so let's go to the burner. Alright, so in the pot here I have a couple of tablespoons of vegetable oil warming up. It should be nice and warm. So what we're going to do is add a couple pieces of our chicken to the pot. Yeah, that needs to get a little hotter. Let me just turn it up a bit. So what we're going to do is go ahead and like pan sear these. There we go. So as you can see, again, boneless, skinless thighs. So much better than breast, and that to me they're a little bit juicier, whereas the breast meat is a little bit drier. So I really like to use these, and they cook pretty quick. I have space to add one more. So what we're going to do is sear these off on both sides until they're nice and golden, and then we will be back. That should take approximately 4 or 5 minutes, about 5 minutes per side. Alright, so now that these are nice and golden brown, we're going to take these out and get our next set in the pot. So this is how you want them to be. Pretty well done, cooked. Nobody don't want no medium rare chicken. It is not a steak. Alright, get all these little pieces out here that just kind of burn and stick to the pot. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get our next set in. You may have to add more oil depending on how much you added to start with. I didn't add that much. So as you can see, my pan is a little dry, so I'm going to go ahead and add some more oil. And now I'm doing drumsticks, which has bone in. These will definitely take longer to cook than these boneless, skinless thighs. So definitely I will end up taking them out later than these boneless, skinless thighs, but let's go ahead and get them cooking. And I think to get them started, the best thing to do is to cover the pot. So I'm going to go ahead, let that go for about 6 minutes and check on our thighs, and we'll be back. Okay everybody, I have taken our chicken out of the pot, and this is our boneless, skinless thighs. Full disclosure, I took the drumsticks out and decided to cook them separate. They were taking way too long. Not a good idea. Stick with the same cut of meat. Do not add the thighs, with the drumsticks, because they had bone on it. It's going to take way too long, and this is just boneless, skinless. So here is our cooked chicken. And we're going to get it back in the pot with our sauce. But first, you want to notice how much oil you have in the pan. So in this case, I have too much excess oil. I'm going to pour this off. Then we're going to go ahead and start with making our sauce. Alright, so while we're waiting on our chicken to finish cooking, let's go ahead and get started with our sauce. Again, this is soy sauce and ginger chicken. Here we have a 1/2 cup of some soy sauce. Now we're going to add same amount, 1/2 cup, so this is a 1/4 cup, so I'm using 2, of some white granulated sugar, right? So we're gonna go ahead and dissolve the sugar in our soy sauce. To that, we're also gonna be adding 2 cloves of garlic, which I've already minced up right here. So this is just 2 cloves of garlic. And try to get the garlic in the bowl and don't spill it like I did. And then let's add some ginger. So you can use fresh ginger or ginger paste. Here I have ginger paste. So I'm just gonna use about so, which look to be about 1/2 teaspoon of some ginger paste. And while of course we know the soy sauce is salty, you actually want to get this more of like a salty sweet taste. So you definitely want to have enough sugar to counteract the salt. So it's not going to bite you, it's not going to kill you. Once you've pretty much got your sugar dissolved, you just want to give it a taste to make sure the sauce is not overly salted. That's the purpose of the sugar. All right, so I'm just gonna just get another spoon and just taste it. And it'll kind of taste like a teriyaki, if you will. Okay, not bad, almost there. So I'm gonna add a little bit more sugar. It's about how much salty to sweet you like it. So I'm just gonna add just a little bit more, about a tablespoon of white granulated sugar. Again, let's stir that up. And I also want to add a little bit more of the ginger paste. Alrighty, so this will be pretty much the base or the sauce for our chicken. Alright, now that we have the excess oil out of the pan, let's go ahead and pour our sauce that we mixed earlier in the pot. So here we have our soy sauce with the granulated sugar, ginger, and the garlic. So I'm calling it like a soy ginger chicken. And I've seen other recipes where they call it soy sauce chicken, but since I added ginger, let's go with that. Alright, so go ahead and get that in the pot. And what I want to do is just mix this around. You want this to come to a boil, to let that garlic cook, and to make sure that the rest of the sugar is nicely melted. And then we're going to go ahead and put our chicken back in the pot. Okay, now that our sauce has come to a boil, let's go ahead and add our chicken back to the pot. And you just want to just move them around to get the sauce on each piece. Turn them over just to get them nice and coated. Once it comes back up to a boil, then I would say this is done. And you can have this over your favorite rice. I'm going to be having it over just plain white rice with some veggies on the side. But this is our soy sauce and ginger chicken. Alright, so here we have our plated soy sauce and ginger chicken. So I have just white rice and a little bit of broccoli. You can have whatever type of rice or whatever other sides you would like to have it with. I'm just going to have it with a little bit of white rice. So let's go ahead and give this chicken a try. It's seasoned nicely, not too sweet, not too salty. They really balance each other nicely. It almost has a flavor of like a teriyaki. So definitely give this one a try. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will see you again next time. Thanks for watching.